Hey guys, Steve here from Coils and Coins Detecting. Today a new video, and this one's going to be about pinpointers, handheld pinpointers, and it's a thing that not everybody knows, and that is that there is a trick with pinpointers that make them a lot more accurate and a lot more useful than just in normal operation. So when most people use a pinpointer, whether it be an XP pinpointer like this one, or a Garrett Carrot, or a Profind, or anything else for that matter, what most people do when they're new to pinpointers is they turn them on when they're in the air. They just turn it on in the air like this. Now that's fine, and that's going to work. It's not saying it's not going to work. There's penny down here. You can see it's working as I get close. Works fine. But the thing is that this pinpointer is not ground balanced, so it's going to pick up anything metal at all that it comes into close enough contact to. So what I'm suggesting is that pretty much every pinpointer can be ground balanced, and when you ground balance the pinpointer, you are improving its sensitivity and its accuracy. And I'll demonstrate this. So let's have a look here. So if I've got, imagine this penny, this old 1950 rue penny, when I found detecting just the other week in one of the old bush sites. Pretend that's in a hole. I'll just show you. First of all, there's nothing in the ground here. Pinpointer is not going off at all. Okay, now if I put that penny on the ground like so, and if I turn it on in the air like I just did, okay, so I'll turn it on in the air. Now when I get to within, I would say probably, it's on the highest sensitivity, so I would say, let's see, it's about 2 penny widths away, something like that. So about, 6-7 centimeters, thereabouts, right? Now with the MI4, I'll just zoom out a little bit. With the MI4 and most other pinpointers, if you turn them on when they're on the ground, it's going to ground balance the pinpointer to wherever it's touching on the ground. Now you'll notice that that has decreased the sensitivity a little bit. However, if I'm in the hole looking for the target and I'm getting closer and closer to it, and I'm still not really sure 100% where it is, with the MI4 you can push the button once and it'll ground balance it again based on its current location. Now I'm not sure if all pinpointers do this. I think there are some that do this. Others you have to put them on the ground and press the button again, or you may have to turn it off and turn it back on while it's on the ground to ground balance it. But with this particular pinpointer, as I move closer, if I push the button, it resets the ground balance to wherever I'm currently located. Now you'll see, as I move closer and closer, if I re-ground balance this pinpointer by pressing that button once, I can get it to the point where it's almost has to touch the coin before it goes off. Okay, re-ground balance right there. Now I'm right on that coin, right on the edge of it. What this means is that I can get right in close. I can get this down, right down to exactly where it is, compared to when I was, before I ground balanced it, I was way out here, a long way from it, and that means that my potential search area is much bigger. It's right around here, and if I ground balance as I go, I can get it right in tight to that object. And what that means is I don't have to dig such a big hole, and there's also a much lower chance that I'm going to damage the target trying to recover it as I get in, because I know exactly where it is. Now let's try it with a different coin, something smaller, Australian $2 coin. Okay, I'll turn it off and turn this on in the air. Okay, now I'm getting close. I'm about 4 or 5 centimeters away before it starts to sound. Obviously as I get closer, gets the vibrations and the sound get more intense. If I get closer, push the button once while it's on, now I can get much closer. Again, much closer, right up against it. I'll push the button once and it's almost silenced it, because what it's done is it's ground balanced it with that target in its field, and that just means now that it has to be right on it before it sounds. Okay, and if I'm right on it and I push the button once, now it's not even sounding at all. That's the extreme of it, and that's not what you want to do, because if you ground balance out your target, you can't hear it anymore. So if you think you ground balanced out your target and you can't hear it at all anymore, just turn your pinpointer off, or you can just ground balance it away from the object on the ground again, and then as you come in you'll see it's picking it up again. So if you use this ground balancing technique, you'll find that you'll be able to home in on objects much more easily, particularly if there's many objects in the ground near your target. If we look at something else that's an irregular shape, I found this old razor at that old bush site as well, which is pretty cool. I don't think I showed it on the video. Yeah, I'm not sure, 1950s, 1940s. I haven't researched it that much yet, but it's got some intricate detail on the handle. Pretty cool item. But let's say that was in the hole. I turn my pinpointer on, I come in, and it's, you know, sounding when I'm quite a fair way away from it. Now I'm not sure how big this thing is or exactly where it is in the hole, because it sounds like a really big object. If I was going to go with those settings, I would say it's, you know, this sort of size, quite big. Now if I want to home in a bit more, I can say, well, I'm going to ground balance that when I get a bit closer to that point there, and now I've reduced my search area to this. Again, push the button again, now I've reduced my search area to this, and it's actually near the handle. It's not really sounding until I'm right next to it, but over here where the object's more dense and bigger, it's sounding. So I might think, well, the center of it's the chunkiest part of the target is right there, and over here is still something there, so it's going to be a kind of a longer shape. And then if I ground balance it again, when I'm in right in close, I can almost trace an outline, so I know when I'm digging the object to go out around here, and it's also extends out along here, so I can dig a hole that's not going to hit that. So cool little trick. Just have a look at your particular pinpointer, the manual for it, see if it can ground balance, and most of the well-known ones can. Some of the cheaper ones, you know, probably can't, but a decent, half-decent pinpointer, any of the Garrett, Minelab, XP, Nocta Macro, Fisher, you know, all these well-known ones, they'll definitely be able to ground balance, and you should take advantage of that ground balancing functionality to get in close to the target. So that's a bit of useful information I'm hoping for you. Might make your life a little bit easier when you're detecting. So that's it for this video. If you got something out of it, please like and subscribe, leave a comment, and yeah, I will catch you on the next video. Till then, happy hunting guys, and I hope you find something cool. Bye.